Let's get right into how I would start over if I had to learn day trading from scratch. So first of all, I would focus more on the craft instead of money. I and a lot of people at the beginning of their trading careers get really obsessed with making a bunch of money, and I know for a fact that I cared more about the money than actually understanding why I was taking setups, why I was revenge trading. All the topics, psychology, strategy, risk management, I didn't care as much about those as I did, how can I just make $200 today, $250? How can I make even more than my highest day ever? And that's just the complete wrong way to go about it in anything, right? In trading and in just life, business, you shouldn't be going after stuff just for the money. Because the people that actually care the most about their craft and to learn as much as possible are going to be the ones that can actually succeed in whatever industry they're in. So I would really focus on just the craft, just trading as a whole. Really just trying to understand everything about it. And the cool thing is that when you get so good and when you get so just into what you're doing, the money's gonna come. Because if you know what you're doing, if you've mastered risk management, psychology, your strategy, how are you not going to end up just making money just because you're so good, you're so talented at what you do? The money will come. So just focus on the craft. I would also focus more on making money outside of trading. So one of the worst things that I did was I had a lot of money saved up at 18, but I didn't really have the best income in the winter because I had a landscaping company, and that really did mess with my start because I was more focused on trying to go and make $250 a day and keep my trajectory of my business up to par with what my landscape company was doing. Now, if I had the landscape company or just any source of income along with trying to make money from trading, I would have not focused as much on the money. And that's really what I think a lot of people do, is they focus more on money in trading because they don't either have a lot of it outside of trading, or they're just not making enough and they want to try to make as much money as possible through trading, which just is not going to work out over the long term. I would also follow a very select group of people. In 2019 and 2020, I was following so many different people in all walks of life. Traders that have been trading for 1 year, for 10 years, that are total scammers, that are somewhat legit, that do futures, that do Forex, that do options, do stocks, that do small cap stocks, all over the place. And what I thought was helping me actually wasn't. Because if you really think about it, when you go on social media and you look at the trading space, what do you actually gain? You don't really gain anything from looking at a P&L, from seeing someone say, this is why you need to trade stocks. You don't really gain a lot from that. What you can gain information from is good trade recaps, trade write-ups on Twitter. That stuff is very good to focus on. But if you're following 50, 100 plus people that are all doing a different style of trading, you're gonna be so lost because someone's gonna say swing trading is the best. Another person's gonna say swing trading doesn't work and this is why it sucks. And then it's gonna be through day trading and scalping and this market and that market. And then you're just sitting there after all of it and you're totally confused because you have no idea what you should be doing because you got a different input from hundreds of people. So I would only follow a very small group of people that I can personally vet and that is not lifestyle driven, right? The trader that has the cool car and the trips and a cool social media. Guys, that's so easy to fake. You don't have to make even 10 grand a month to go down to Miami, rent a Lambo, take some balcony pics, and there you go, you're successful. But what actually looks like a successful trader looks like nothing. Looks like just your average guy, because anyone can be successful at trading. You don't need to flaunt stuff. And that's what I got really focused on. And I think it really led me down the wrong path, especially in trading. Because I know some people that have made a stupid amount of money trading, and you wouldn't even A, know their name, B, know they made 8 figures trading. Now, if I had to start over from scratch, I think I would not spend money on courses. Now, I'm a little bit torn on this because I do think that, if it's not the most expensive course ever, and it's from a verified person, maybe you can do that and it'll be all right. Don't expect a bunch, but maybe you can learn something from there. But also, you have my channel that you can look at the futures trading recap for free and learn just as much as you would paying $200, $500, $1,000. And then I want to say that you shouldn't even buy any because most are just trash. They regurgitate the same info everywhere. You don't need to spend money to spend hundreds of dollars to learn how to draw a support and resistance. Okay? That is not a complex topic. In fact, unless you're talking about quant strategies that barely have anything to do with actual trading, more so to do with physics and mathematics, nothing is new in trading. So you're kind of wasting your money at the end of the day. Now, I've also seen a lot of trading mentorships that have popped up recently, and there was also stuff back then. I also don't feel like those are the best opportunities. I think that maybe you'd be able to speed up your learning curve, but if you're paying $2,000, $3,000, you just gave away your entire account balance that you could have started with and actually practiced on that would actually really help you, would actually make progress to seeing real success, than just paying for a mentorship, which you could learn, but just because you pay to learn, even if it's from the best trader in the world, does not mean that you're going to be successful. If you learn from Elon Musk how to run a business, you still have to run the business. It doesn't matter just because you paid to learn, you still have to do it. So what I would do is just go online, look on YouTube from, again, a reputable person, look at what info they have, just search up free trading courses online. There's a ton of them, guys. And what I think I would do instead of paying money is I would try to look for a free trading community where people share their ideas. And I think that would really help. Because in my opinion, when you're learning trading, when you're beginning, I think it's the best to join a free community and learn from other people that are sharing their ideas, what they're seeing on the charts. Because that'll also help you get up to speed, and you don't have to pay for a mentor. You can just learn from your peers, and that's what I did, and that's what really helped. So the next thing that I would do if I could start over is to give every market a shot, right? I only ever wanted to trade Forex. And while that was cool, you shouldn't just lock yourself to one market. Because if I had done that, I wouldn't know that there's a ton of money to be made in crypto, stocks, futures. I haven't traded bonds. I don't really plan on doing that, but that's actually something that maybe I will get into. I don't even really know how to right now, unless it's just futures. But what I'm trying to say is the more stuff that you trade, the more markets that you trade, the more kinds of stuff that you trade, especially at the beginning, it's going to reduce your shiny object syndrome in trading, which is a insanely real thing. It's really going to decrease that because it's not going to be the mysteriousness of, oh man, Forex isn't working out. I wonder what crypto is going to be like. Oh, crypto is not working out. I wonder what stocks are going to be like. I'll probably be profitable with stocks. And the quicker that you just trade everything as fast as possible and just get experience, not even to make money, but just to get experience, then you're actually going to be able to see what you like. It's like playing no sports and then you just say, I only want to be a basketball player. Well, why don't you try out basketball, soccer, football, tennis, And then whatever you actually like, then you can go on and do that sport because you know that you like that. And going off of that, I think that you should also test out as many brokers and platforms as possible. I've tried out almost every single broker for stock trading, and what's actually been really cool about that is that I've been able to see that different platforms have something that I like, right? I love Webull's scanner. I love TradeStation's ease of use. It's an amazing platform. I love Thinkorswim's charting. It is the best. And I wouldn't know that if I only stick to, at the beginning, using Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim's fills are not as good as TradeStation, but I only would have known that if I switched over. So again, that's why I think that you should really try to test out as many platforms as possible. That's what I wish I would have done, because it took me a little over a year to actually go and test out a lot of different platforms and see what I actually like. Because another thing that a lot of people do not talk about is when you hit a rough patch or when you're just starting, you think that switching to a different broker will help you. It is a real thing. A lot of people do not talk about this because they don't actually trade. It is a 110% real thing. It's like the grass is always greener on the other side. If you're using a business software, you think that because you're not succeeding on this business software, you have to go to another one, and that one is so much better, that's what's holding you back from actually succeeding. And then you get on there and you realize it's not really any different. It's the same thing. It might look a little different. At the beginning, it might feel a little different. After a really small amount of time, it is the exact same thing. And yeah, so that's what I wish that I would have done sooner, because again, if I just eliminated all of the distractions, all of just the flashy object syndrome just in trading, just that this thing could work, I need to jump into this thing, I would have been so much better off so much quicker. And then another thing that I would do if I could start over is to not get overly confident and start taking massive risk in swing trading in my day trading account. This was a massive mistake that I've made multiple times, actually. I would go on a decent run, make a decent amount of money, and then I would just say, hey, why do I have to get up, show up to the charts every single day, and make $1,000? Why do I have to do all that work when I could literally just find a stock, swing trade it, make the same amount, and I don't even have to be at the computer? So I did that, and of course, I'm not the best swing trader. That's not my style. And almost every single time, I would lose all of the profits that I made before that. So that's definitely something that I would change, because again, swing trading in a day trading account does not make sense at all. When you're day trading, you should just be day trading. No swing trading, no crazy stuff, none of that. Especially if you're just day trading stocks, don't go and start buying different stocks and selling covered calls on them. Just stick to day trading, stick to your strategy. This is definitely a massive mistake that I made, and if I didn't do this multiple times, I just would have been so much better off. And a fix to this is by having different accounts, right? You can have an investing account, a swing trading account, a day trading account, a YOLO options account. And if you do that, you can, again, reduce the flashy object syndrome, or really what it is just thinking that you'll be better off doing something else. And if you can scratch every single itch that you have to do something else, well, there won't be any mystery, and you'll know exactly what it's like to swing trade and to scalp and to day trade and to YOLO options and think that you can make a bunch of money. So if you can scratch every itch, then the unknown becomes known. So the last thing that I would change if I had to start all the way over from scratch is focusing more on psychology books than trading and trading strategy books. Don't get me wrong. I think that everyone should read trading strategy books, because how else are you going to learn? But you really only need to study and actually learn what support and resistance is one time. That's a very basic concept. And in fact, most strategy concepts in trading are very simple. You really don't need to read about what patterns are a million times. It's very simple what they are. And that's one of the things that I did at the beginning, is focused a lot more on strategy, because again, when you just start out, you think that trading's very easy, right? You're trading on demo. You don't have any live account experience. You don't know what it's actually like to be in the big leagues of actually trading with live real money. And so you think that, man, I've done so well. If I can just improve my strategy, I'll do even better. Until you actually get into the live markets, and then everything changes and you have to start over from scratch. And psychology is infinitely more important when you get into that. So that's one of the things that I would love to have changed, is focusing more on psychology. Again, I think it's a yin and a yang, right? You need strategy, you need psychology. You can't have just one, right? You won't be able to succeed if you just have one. However, I think there's a very short learning curve of actually finding a decent strategy, but there's a very large learning curve of getting over the hump of having great trading psychology. So I hope you guys got a lot of value from this video. This is not some crazy over-the-top editing, flashy video. This is just what I wish I could have changed. And everyone wishes they could have changed stuff about anything, right? Just their overall life, not even trading or a business mistake. But this is just the stuff that I thought, just what I could remember off the top of my head, that I thought, man, if I just changed that, could have shaved another month off. And if you do that 10 times, or however many things I just discussed in this video, that adds up to a decent amount of time. So hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes and apply that to your trading and see success so much quicker. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please just hit like, comment, and subscribe. And why don't you guys comment your biggest trading mistakes or the biggest thing that you're struggling with, and let's all help each other out in the comments. All right, see you guys in the next video.